Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's topic is Principal Features of Life, which is a part of the first chapter, Life and its Diversity, of class 9. So let's start. All living organisms share several key characteristics or functions. It may be reproduction, nutrition, metabolism, irritability, or growth and repair. Let us start with the reproduction. Now, what does it mean by reproduction? Reproduction is the process of producing offspring that are biologically or genetically similar to the parent organism. And it may be of three types. What are these three types? It may be asexual reproduction, sexual reproduction, and vegetative reproduction. Asexual reproduction is a type of reproduction that does not involve the fusion of gametes or change in the number of chromosomes. This happens in case of lower organisms. For example, it happens in case of bacteria, in case of protozoa, etc. On the other hand, sexual reproduction happens in case of higher plants and animals, and it is a type of reproduction that does involve the fusion of gametes. These gametes are of two types. One is male gamete, another one is female gamete. And combination of genetic information of two individuals of different sexes. For example, the male gamete has certain genetic information, so does the female gamete. So when these two gametes unite together, then new characteristics develop in the offspring. The last one is vegetative reproduction. It is a method wherein new plants are produced by vegetative parts of a plant. That means here the plants are produced from those parts of the plant body which are not associated with the reproductive parts. For example, it may be leaf, stem, root, etc. And it may be of two types, natural and artificial. And why reproduction is not a defining feature. There are many organisms which never reproduce in their life, although all other characteristics of living things are present in them. For example, sterile worker bees, mules, infertile human couples, etc. Hence, reproduction cannot be all-inclusive defining property of living organism. Now let us move to nutrition. Nutrition is the mode of taking food by an organism and its utilization by the body. Next, let us move to metabolism. Metabolism can be defined as a set of chemical reactions occurring in a living organism that is termed as metabolism. Biomolecules are termed as metabolites, and these metabolites are converted into each other in a series of linked reactions called metabolic pathways. And there are two types of metabolic pathways. One is called anabolic pathway, another one is called catabolic pathway. In anabolic pathway, something new is created and dry weight of the organism increases. In catabolic pathways, the compound is broken down into simpler products and the dry weight also decreases. The example of anabolic pathways may be photosynthesis, nutrition, etc. On the other hand, in case of catabolic pathways, there may be respiration, excretion. All these are the examples of catabolic pathways. Now let us move to irritability. Irritability is the excitatory ability that living organisms have to respond to changes in their environment. I am giving you two examples. If you put some hot object on your hand, then what will happen? You will immediately remove your hand. Similarly, if you put some ice cubes on your hand, you will also immediately remove your hand. So these are the signs of irritability. Now let us move to growth. Growth is the irreversible increase of an organism's size over a given period. Non-living objects also grow if we take increase in the body mass as a criterion for growth. Mountains, boulders, and sand mounds also grow. However, this kind of growth exhibited by non-living objects is by accumulation of materials on the surface. On the other hand, if we talk about the growth in living organisms, the growth happens from inside. Growth therefore cannot be taken as a defining property of a living organism. Now let us move through the differences between living things and non-living things. Living things need food, air and water. Non-living things do not need food, air and water. Living organisms grow, non-living things do not grow. Living organisms can move on their own, but non-living things cannot move. Living organisms are sensitive. They respond to changes around them. Non-living things are not sensitive. They do not respond to the changes around them. Living organisms reproduce themselves. Non-living things do not reproduce. Living organisms respire and they release energy from food. Non-living things do not respire. Living organisms excrete. Non-living things never excrete. Living organisms have a definite lifespan after which they die. Non-living things do not have definite life cycle, they never die. Living things are made up of living cells. On the other hand, non-living things are not made up of cells. I hope you have understood this topic. If you like this video, then do like, comment in the comment section box, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching this video.